What makes a Mr. Olympia champion? Is it mammoth size, flawless symmetry, or a combination of both?
Bodybuilding is an art. We go in the gym, we use the mirrors to judge and carve and shape. We work to the pumps and we work to increase our arm size or leg size, whatever it may be. And that allows us to be able to create that art form. And ideally, we're trying to put a physique together that's complete.
The Golden Physiques. Comparing Mr. Olympia winners from the 70s and 80s. Today, we'll compare legendary physiques from the 70s and 80s with modern innovators to see how ideals and techniques have transformed the world of bodybuilding. Symmetry. During the 1970s and 1980s, symmetry was a mainstay of bodybuilding, considered essential for any competitor aspiring to the Mr. Olympia title.
It's becoming more widely accepted, because everybody's working out now, and that's what bodybuilding is all about. It's all about working out, being in good shape, being healthy, being fit. Because when I say healthy, you have to eat good, you have to diet all the time, year-round, and it's about living a healthy lifestyle, and that's what everybody's doing now.
Bodybuilders such as Frank Zane and Arnold Schwarzenegger were not only admired for their formidable muscle mass, but also for the harmony and balance of their physiques. Zane, known for his refined aesthetic, dominated the stage with his proportion and balance, winning the Mr. Olympia 3 consecutive times thanks to his physique that many considered perfect in symmetry. Sergio Oliva, with his iconic V shape, was noted for an unusually narrow waist compared to his broad shoulders, a feature that made him exceptionally striking on stage and helped him win 3 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles. Modern era. In today's times, symmetry is still crucial, but it is often supplanted by the pursuit of overwhelming size and mass. Bodybuilders such as Phil Heath and Big Ramy, both Mr. Olympia winners, have shown remarkable levels of symmetry. However, the considerable increase in muscle size they exhibit can, at times, challenge the traditional perception of perfect proportion, marking an evolution in the sport's evaluation criteria. Aesthetics. The aesthetics of golden-era bodybuilders were characterized as softer and more natural. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Frank Zane embodied an ideal that was muscular, but also artistically attractive, with clean, well-defined lines. Lee Haney at the end of this era began to integrate size with aesthetics, signaling a transition to larger physiques but without sacrificing aesthetic lines. Modern aesthetics focus on extremely defined muscles, with a low proportion of body fat and prominent vascularity. Through advances in nutrition, supplementation, and cutting methods, today's bodybuilders achieve a look that is less natural, but impressively sculpted. This evolution has resulted in physiques that, while technically impressive, are sometimes viewed as less classical and more a product of a mass era. Muscle size. Competitors like Arnold and Lou Ferrigno were considered huge in their time, but their sizes would be less competitive in the modern Mr. Olympia scenario. Arnold, for example, competed and won around 240 pounds. Franco Columbu and Sergio Oliva, while not as big as Arnold, still impressed with their muscle density and power. Today's bodybuilders, such as Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler in their prime, have taken muscle size to new extremes, often competing at over 250 pounds with a lower body fat ratio. This increase in size has changed expectations and perceptions within the sport. We have traveled through the decades from the aesthetic perfection of the 1970s and 1980s to the impressive mass of today's champions. Each era has its titans, each champion his unique legacy.